It's 11 questions on sweet, sweet candy, picked by Patreon subscriber Alexis Eck from Oklahoma. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be? And welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out this pop culture trivia bonanza. It is the month of October, and today's episode is all about candy, which hopefully you will be getting when you go trick-or-treating next Wednesday on Halloween. Maybe you're too old to trick-or-treat. Here's what you do. You get yourself some kids. You procreate. You put them in costumes. You eat their candy. That's a little tip for all the parents out there. That's why we have kids. That's why I have kids. I eat all their candy. It's the best. Also, sometimes if you wear a mask when you trick-or-treat with your kids or like a little hat or something, they'll give you something too. So just a couple quick tips from me. If you like trivia, you're in the right place. This is a trivia podcast that comes out every single day, and there are different topics you can quiz yourself on. And the best thing about this show is you can kind of pinpoint what you want to play. So if you're like, I don't like candy, you don't have to listen to today's episode because that's the name of the episode. But maybe you love Quentin Tarantino movies. You can go back and listen to some QT trivia from I think about a year and a half ago was the last time I did Quentin Tarantino. Actually, no, over the summer, I did a Quentin Tarantino round with my brother Tom, driving around Chattanooga. I remember reading him the questions. So go back and check that out. It's not too long ago, probably about 90 days ago, something like that. I was just in Chattanooga hanging out with him again. We did a Stranger Things episode that got posted on Sunday, if you want to go back and listen to that. And speaking of Quentin Tarantino, there's a trivia location I have at Hollywood and Vine, which is where Kid Rock says he's spending all his time in the song Cowboy. And it's a place called 33 Taps. It's right next to the Pantages Theater where I saw the Book of Mormon not that long ago. And this bar has 33 different beers on tap, and they do trivia with me. We do bingo on Mondays from 8 to 10, and then trivia on Tuesdays from 8 to 10. We are off for the next 2 weeks because the Dodgers are in the World Series. So I said, let's just nix these next 2 weeks of events because people are going to be out watching these World Series games. But last night they had to cancel anyway because Quentin Tarantino randomly, their location scout for the new Charles Manson movie he's doing, hit up this bar and said, hey, we want to film around the outside of this bar like today. So they probably paid them a huge amount of money to close down the streets and things, and they're filming that right there. So I am excited for another Quentin Tarantino movies. I wish it was not a Manson thing. I don't like the glorification of like real serial killers. I just wish make a movie about literally anything else. That's just my take. But I'm sure it'll be a great movie. It's got a huge cast, and it's Quentin Tarantino, so it's got to be good. But today's episode all about candy with Halloween coming up next week. This is picked by Alexis Eck, who is a Patreon subscriber straight from the beginning. She actually hit me up before I started my Patreon account, and she was like, hey, have you ever thought about doing something like that? She goes, like a subscription box for people that like the show. And I was like, actually, I was kind of had something like that on the back burner, but maybe I'll start it now. And we've been doing it for, I think, 7 months. We have 20 patrons over there, and I am thankful for each and every one of them. When people donate $5 or more, they get to pick a topic that I do in the month that they donate. So Alexis said, how about some candy stuff? And I said, let's do it. So this is a round from about, 2 Halloweens ago. I think I wrote it for Halloween about 2 years ago. So we'll see how you do. We're going to dive into those questions right now. Here we go. All right, here we go. Candy trivia, 11 questions. Here's question number 1. What state would you be in if you went on a tour of the Hershey's factory? Candy trivia, number 1. What state would you be in if you went on a tour of the Hershey's factory? Question number 2. According to an urban legend, your stomach might explode if you mix soda with what type of candy? Number 2. According to an urban legend, your stomach might explode if you mix soda with what type of candy? Question number 3, what brand of wafers have been found in toll booths where drivers tried to avoid paying with real money? Number 3, what brand of wafers have been found in toll booths where drivers tried to avoid paying with real money? Question number 4, Yipes is the name of the zebra mascot for what type of patterned gum? Number 4, Yipes is the name of the zebra mascot for what type of patterned gum? Question number 5. What was Ronald Reagan's favorite candy? Question 5. What was Ronald Reagan's favorite candy? Question number 6. In what country can you find cheese-filled Kit Kats? That sounds gross. Number 6. In what country can you find cheese-filled Kit Kats? Number 7. Pfefferminz, Pfefferminz, Pfefferminz is peppermint in German, and when shortened, the name of what candy? Number 7, Pfefferminz is peppermint in German, and when shortened, the name of what candy? Question number 8, what chocolate candy was added to soldiers' rations during World War II because of their all-weather conditions? Number 8, what chocolate candy was added to soldiers' rations during World War II because of their all-weather condition? Candy trivia number 9, what is the Brach's Company's number 1 selling candy in the U.S.? What is the Brach's Company, B-R-A-C-H, number 1 selling candy in the U.S.? Number 10, what seasonal candy is advertised as being laid by a rabbit? What seasonal candy is advertised as being laid by a rabbit? And the bonus question for 2 points. Three Musketeers first contained 3 separate flavors. It was 3 little bars. What were those 3 flavors for the original Three Musketeers? All right, those are your questions for candy trivia as picked by Alexis Eck in Oklahoma. Let's take a quick break and then go over the answers. All right, we're back with the answers to candy trivia. Let's see if your sweet tooth held up to par. Number 1, what state would you be in if you wanted to go on a tour of the Hershey's factory? That is Hershey, Pennsylvania. The whole town is made of chocolate, like that fantasy of Homer Simpson's. Not really, but Hershey, Pennsylvania, I've never been there, but I do like a Hershey bar every once in a while with a s'mores or, I don't know, I guess just having one, breaking off those little squares. Pretty good stuff. Number 2, according to an urban legend, like the movie Urban Legend, specifically, I think Pacey from Dawson's Creek, Joshua Jackson, reenacts this scene, but he's just pranking everybody in his class. In college, he eats Pop Rocks and soda. If you mix those 2 things, allegedly your stomach was supposed to explode. And if you put Mentos in Diet Coke, it makes a sky-high fountain of explosion. So that's kind of fun. Number 3, what brand of wafers have been found in toll booths where drivers try to avoid paying? Necco wafers. These are those tasteless sugar discs that come in a roll that your grandpa has in like a wax wrapper. And Necco wafers, people tried to pay tolls with those because they are about the size of a quarter, I guess. Number 4, Yipes is the name of the zebra mascot for what type of patterned gum? That was Fruit Stripes gum. That was a question just the other day when I did some black and white trivia. I think we had a question about Fruit Stripes gum. Number 5, let's check it out. What was Ronald Reagan's favorite candy? Jelly beans. He loved jelly beans. Ronald Reagan, he would eat handfuls and handfuls of jelly beans at all times, and his favorite jelly bean was black, maybe? I don't know. I made that up. Number 6, in what country can you find cheese-filled Kit Kats? Japan. Japan is the country of weird-filled candy. They have a lot of weird candy over there. But I do like koala yummies. You ever have those? Those were yummy. Koala yummy back in the early 90s. And I think you could still buy them. But you can get some cheese-filled Kit Kats in Japan. Number 7, Pfefferminz is a peppermint in German. In shortened, it's the name of Pez. That's where Pez originally came from. The original flavor of Pez was just peppermint. And then they added all the other colors and flavors and the different heads to dispense them. Number 8, what chocolate candy was added to soldiers' rations during World War II because of their all-weather condition? Tootsie Rolls, a great candy and a great dance in 8th grade. Number 9, what is the Brach's Company's number 1 selling candy in the U.S.? Candy corn, which I am not a fan of. I could have like 2 pieces and I'm like, okay, I'm good for 5 years. But some people love it. You ever get one of those candy corn pumpkins? That's just a lump. That's like a lump of coal on Halloween to me. But some people like it. The Brach's Company's number 1 selling candy, candy corn. Number 10, what seasonal candy is advertised as being laid by a rabbit that is not had sex with, but rather laid like a chicken lays an egg? It is Cadbury. Cadbury eggs are laid by a rabbit. I don't see those commercials anymore. I don't know if they still do those old weird commercials, but I don't have anything that has commercials on it. So I miss a lot of the seasonal commercials these days. And your last question for 2 points, Three Musketeers first contained 3 separate flavors. What were they? They were Neapolitan. That's right. Chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. So 3 mini bars made up the full bar. And then at some point they just went with, I guess, chocolate and nougat. I guess they just stuck with chocolate. But originally chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. That is it for today's episode on Candy Trivia. Alexis, great pick, and I hope you guys had fun playing along. If you want to pick a topic that I'm guaranteed to do within the month, you can head over to patreon.com/triviawithbuds, throw $5 or more. We're up to 20 patrons, and I'd love to have you join that group. We post a lot of fun stuff in there. I've been posting a lot of my Halloween costumes from years past every single day. We do different polls, we do different contests, and I'm trying to get a coloring contest going from all the people who got the Michael Myers Halloween coloring sheets. So if you're listening, if you're a patron, go check out that post and then color it in and post a picture of your colored in Michael Myers for a chance to win something awesome. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks for telling a friend, and we'll see you tomorrow for more trivia with Buds. Cheers.